Hello to my Leos and happy birthday to my Leos. Leos, 2025, your season ends on the 22nd of August. Okay, so this is your final giveaway during Leo season. Listen very clearly. Listen very clearly. So, free readings if your sun sign is Leo. Sun sign only up until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 202-460-3205. Sun sign Leos only. I had to pause. Gotta pause. Okay, sun sign Leos only. Up until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The last day of Leo season 2025 will be August 22nd. I believe that is Friday. All right, Leos. Now this reading, however, is for Leo wherever Leo is in your birth chart. Okay? Wherever Leo is in your birth chart. Leo can be in your birth chart from 1st house to 12th house. But free reading is for Leo sun sign only. Leo sun sign only. Call me at that number. Let's get it. All right. Don't forget to recall your energy with every exchange. You'll be glad you did. Don't forget to recall your energy with every exchange you have, Leos. You all rule 5th house, Leos. So make sure you pull your birth charts. Your sign may not be Leo in your 5th house, but Leos rule 5th house. 5th house is the house of creativity and children. The 5th house actually encompasses creativity, play, and leisure. Also, our activities here bring joy, it brings delight, serving to reinforce a sense of being, a special and unique individual. Children come under this house, as do romance and gambling. As do romance and gambling. Leos are ruled by the sun. That's right. So your color is gold. That's right. Living your life like it's golden. That's right. Living your life like it's golden, Leos. That's how you need to be living your life. Like it's golden. Right? So the sun it connects us with identity, life purpose, vitality, creative power, heart of our being, inner authority, shining light, self-development, central goals, pride, self-confidence. The sun the sun connects us with the day of the week, Sunday, with the color gold, with colors gold, orange, yellow. So when you think about when you'll know you're a high vibrating Leo, or you're dealing with somebody who is really on top of knowing how to use their fire properly, Leos, is when you leave their presence or when they leave yours. You should feel more powerful. They should feel more powerful, more confident, charismatic, strong-willed, motivated, more of a leader, and mental clarity. All right, that's when you know somebody knows how to use their fire properly. I believe that I believe that the moon is in Leo. All right, so yeah, that could affect your blood pressure. So don't you let these people out here stress you out to the highest of stressivity. All right, let's get it. All right, let's set the tone for your reading, Leos. Let's do it. My health is a priority. My body is my temple. I love it. All right, let's get it. For those of you all who took my free tarot card reading class, I so enjoyed talking to you. I love this community. We have so much fun together here in this community. We have so much fun together here. So yeah, if you took my class, we had a lot of fun. I will announce when I do offer more classes. They won't be free though, but yeah, so if you get a chance to take advantage of the free classes, then great. We did have one-on-one classes. So, all right, let's get it. High vibrating Leos are confident, charismatic, and very generous. Low vibrating Leos are arrogant, stubborn, and domineering. I know that's none of you. So, source. What is the current situation for my Leos? And again, happy birthday to my Leos. Hopefully you all have been partying like the rock stars you are during your whole birthday season. Hopefully you celebrate yourselves every single day as you should. What's the current situation for my Leos? There it is, the sun. Somebody is feeling quite successful. Okay. Feeling quite like the star that you are. Feeling quite good, feeling quite warm and fuzzy. All right, so that's the current situation for my Leos. What's a blockage? Are there any challenges, any blockages for my Leos? Source. He's feeling like a kid. See this little kid right here? So like inner child is coming out in place. This little horse right here. Yeah. Yeah. So somebody has learned how to rise above the judgment. Right? Somebody has learned how to rise above the judgment. People who judge you. You're not getting caught up in some kind of loop of judgment. People judging you about your health. You know, you're prioritizing your health and your body, right? So you're prioritizing that. So that could be a blockage for some people though. Like if you're getting out in the sun more, and I say this a lot for my Leos, is that when people intentionally try to, prevent you from getting out in the sun, that should alert you that energies, either they don't know that it's kind of blocking your growth. Maybe they don't know. Let's just say they don't know. You know, some people really don't know. But you should know. If you tuned into this channel, you know I don't do any gatekeeping on this channel, so you should know. You should know, hey, you're ruled by the sun. You need to get out in the sun, you know. You know, that kind of charges you up, gets you charged up. Right? And so some people are obsessed. I mean, some people are really, really upset with blocking your sunlight. They're obsessed with blocking other people's sunlight. I mean, why would you want to be around people who try to block other people's sunlight? Why would you? I mean, yikes, right? So anyway, you're removing yourself from being connected to people who try to block other people's sunlight, because you do need to be, that is your health, that your health is a priority and your body is your temple. So you do need that healing from the sunlight, right? You need that healing. So you're learning how to rise above judgment. People who judge you from wanting to be out in the sunlight, put your sunglasses on, you know? Put your sunglasses on. What about the distant past, source? What about the distant past? Yeah, you're cutting those people off. Yeah. Because you were asking why. Before you were asking why. What's the motive? Why don't they want me to be out in the sun? Like, why are you asking that question? You ain't asking no more. You saying, look, where's my sword? Let me stop talking to those people. They don't want me shining. What? That's growth. That's healing. I need to be out in that sunlight. It's just easier to just go ahead and cut them off. They too obsessed with being out at night. You're not Count Dracula. You trying to get out during the day. Whew. Yes, so you saying no. You are not a bat, okay? You are not a bat. So what about the recent past? So yeah, you are very clear. You think clearly when you feel like you've gotten that healing from being out in the day, during the day. Yeah. All right. What about the recent past for my Leos? Yeah. Yeah, recent past, you felt like a fool. Look, even the dog is happy. Look at a dog looking up at you. You could be a man or woman, it doesn't really matter, but somebody leaving all that foolishness behind, like hanging out at night and, you know, gotta be, you know, it's like your skin started turning gray hanging out at night. You learn how to rise above the judgment. You're not trying to hang out at night. Even if you're a younger person, a Leo needs to be out in this. You're ruled by the sun. It's just like, I mean, no matter what your complexion is, it doesn't matter. Somebody's realizing that the sun is your medicine. That's just it. That's it and that's all. is healing for you. So you're starting to feel better. Skin glistening and gleaming. I mean, that gold is popping off. It's like you got gold popping out your skin. No matter what your skin color is, you just feel like, okay, you feel like a piece of pyrite. This is pyrite, right? It's like you see these little sprinkles of gold in your skin. No matter what your skin color is, you just feel like you got gold popping out your skin. All right, what are your strengths? What are my Leo strengths, source? Let me make sure you all can see these cards here. Yeah, because that's what you're ruled by. You know, so knowing that, you know, Leo's being ruled by the sun, and it resonates with the day of the week, Sunday. By Monday, you on 10. You know, you ready to go into the office. Everybody else talking about they need their coffee before they can even say good morning. You're not even on that free. You just on the frequency of you're on the frequency of love. You ready to go. You hit the ground running. You in good spirits. Coming into the office. That's your strength. This you right here. You already fired up and ready to go. You like, what's everybody else's problem? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all didn't sleep good? What's the problem? For real. Yeah, because you went out and got your sun. The more and more you learn about your ruling planet, obviously the sun is not a planet, just like the moon is not a planet, it's a luminary. But the more and more you learn about what your zodiac sign is ruled by, right? And you start to pull your birth chart. And I do birth chart readings. So if you want to schedule a birth chart reading, go to my website, queenamunra.com, and your personal reading. All of that, a complete and total breakdown. The more and more you learn about what sets you apart from every other Leo on the planet, the more your confidence is boosted. Not arrogance, but your confidence. So you'll learn how to close out cycles in love and move on. You learn how to rise above the judgment. Yeah, that's how y'all gonna start coming into the office. If you have to go into the office on Mondays, y'all coming into the office just like this. Some of y'all may even be coming into the office on a horse. And I'm not even kidding. People are gonna be like, oh, they are always in a good mood. That's what it's gonna feel like, because you're gonna be well rested over the weekend, balanced out, getting your rest. You're not hanging out all hours of the night like a bat. You out in the sun, sunglasses on, sunscreen, all of that, right? Coming into the office on Monday, ready to go, ready to hit the ground running, or whatever day your work, you know, y'all know what I'm saying. Like if you work Monday through Friday, but whenever it's not, y'all really are going to embody rise and shine. That's my whole point. What else we have? What's in the near future for my Leos? Okay, this came out. Okay, yeah, this is kind of coming out. I don't want to say it's coming out upright totally. It's kind of turning around a little bit. Y'all have a lot in common possibly with an Aquarius, which is your polarity sign. Like I said, polarity signs actually can learn a lot from each other. If people can get away from, and I have some idea of what's kind of behind it. You know, when you think about kind of like just religion, when you think about darkness coming before light, right? There's always what was concealed in one half was revealed in the other half, right? So it's almost like the darkness comes before the light. And so it's almost like people are wired to believe the bad needs to come before the good. So it's almost like people have to almost believe that, okay, they have to go through the opposition before the good. So your ruling planet, your polarity sign is Aquarius. And so high vibrating Aquarius and high vibrating Leo, you can get along with any zodiac sign as long as y'all are on a frequency. This is the human race. This is the human race. So y'all have a lot in common, actually. So you all are learning how to move on from something. You're learning how to move on from something. And this, by the way, is an ancestor. Like moving on to calmer waters. Moving on to calmer waters. What about influences on you? What about influences on a Leo? Influences on a Leo. Yeah, there's a lot of conversation that was going around talking about people behind their backs. This is the Five of Wands here. People having conversations about people behind their backs. Whoever was talking about, this happens to everybody. That's the whole entire human race. But also, when we talk about Aquarius, Aquarius rules 11th house. Like you all rule 5th house, Aquarius rules 11th house, right? So we're talking about also heart chakra. This connects us with the heart chakra. So you're talking about making a connection. When you start focusing on collaboration versus competition, that's where the heart chakra, that's where you're making the connection there, right? That's where you're making the connection there. So yeah, when you start thinking about 11th house and you start thinking, okay, everybody is not the same, right? So 11th house is about friendship and community. It's about friends and allies, hopes and wishes, common goals, teamwork, that kind of thing. And so, and not who's talking about whom behind their backs. Who's talking about whom behind their backs? That's very teenagerish. Who's in competition with whom? Let's see. So yeah, somebody is going to get away from, because remember we got Leo's rule 5th house. Somebody's going to get away from low vibrating Leos. And like I said, low vibrating Leos would be people who are arrogant, stubborn, and domineering. You're going to get away from those. And that could be Leo anywhere in the birth chart. It doesn't have to be their sun or moon. It could be somewhere in their birth chart. Just people in general who are, you know, arrogant, stubborn, and domineering, just in general. Just those types of spirits who like to keep fires going. They like to keep gossip going, that kind of stuff. You know, ooh, guess what? They're talking about you. They're talking about, they're saying such and such about you. You're going to get away from those people in general. What about external and environmental influences? How other people and their energies impact your situation for my Leos? Any external and environmental influences? Yeah, the Magician. Yeah. Somebody was in the loop about some kind of, from 2 dark magician energies, right? Again, communication. So when we talk about the magician energy, we're talking about Mercury, which is post shadow retrograde, I believe. We started out with Mercury being retrograde in Leo, right? So obviously we know Leo is ruled by the sun, which gives people more confidence. So the more and more confident people become, confidence can be mistaken, as any Leo knows, confidence can be mistaken as arrogance, right? So if people are not used to people being confident in their skin, it could be mistaken as arrogance. Every Leo coming out the womb knows that. Like, high vibrating Leos who are confident are so used to it, y'all might not even think about it. But think about some of your friends who you may know them as kind of being sort of soft spoken, maybe not as confident. Now knowing them to be a little bit more confident being around you, you may be like, oh wow, where'd all this confidence come from? Maybe you were rubbing off on some people in a very high vibrating way, right? Yeah. So it can come across as arrogant. And so, but it's really just kind of sort of the same thing you may have been hearing about yourself your whole life, is like, oh, okay, from other people. So let's see, what are hopes and fears? You know, what about hopes and fears for my Leos? Any hopes and fears source for my Leos? I see you being able to defend your decision to move on from something without coming across as defensive. There could be some dark magician energies that could be asking why. Like, could be asking you why. Why are you moving on from something? And this could be some people who see you as they could see you as open enemies, because 7th house speaks to the Justice card, right? But the polarity to that would be 4. So some people could feel like you were judging a book by its cover at first, but now you are kind of sort of backed away from something, whoever you are. So people could be asking you why. Why all of a sudden now? Because you have a mind of your own. You can change your mind whenever you want to. Maybe you prayed about something and just say, you know what? I have too much in common with people. It's the human race. Everybody's not, you know, like a lot of people will say Leos in general, right? You can't lump all Leos into the same box. Just like you can't lump all, you know, any zodiac sign into the same box, right? Outcome. Yeah, you're staying focused. Somebody's getting away from any couples, any karmic couples who want to link up and who want to focus on ending people. This is this right here, 8. 8 is the death, connects us with the death, connects us with death, like ending energies. Any couples succumb to passive and powerless behavior, egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. Basically, like somebody who's feeling kind of like high, like somebody who's on a high horse, like they've won some kind of victory. Like if a person just recently won a victory for something and they feel like, okay, while we already in this groove of winning something, we can go ahead and just take other people out. You know, right now we already winning. We can go ahead and take other people out. But that's always a setup from the devil. That's always a setup from the devil. Because we talking about obsession, what's hidden in obsession is the devil card. The devil loves to play with that. That's the devil's playground. All right. So yeah. So you're getting as far away from and as fast as you can from energy. You're trying to stay focused. You're like, I ain't trying to link up with nobody who's obsessed with trying to end people. You're trying to stay positive. You're making a list of pros and cons. You made a positive impact on them. You're a star in your own right. Somebody has a demon of pride. You're taking a leap of faith. You're letting go and letting God. You're asking source for clarity. You're getting focused. You're leaving them behind, whoever they are. You have the angel of Gabriel. Let me see. Yeah. There could be a Taurus involved in something too, but back straight and walking away. Don't cast your pearls before swine. You have the gift of claircognizance, psychic knowledge about other people, right? Their plan to disrupt your money backfired, and somebody regrets lying to you about something. So, yeah, somebody regrets lying to you about something. I don't know what that's about. You'd have to pray about it. And source will give you clarity. Source will give you clarity. Yeah, sometimes, and that's exactly what the enemy will do. The enemy will give you a big victory over something. Or God will. Just to test you, to see exactly, okay, now you're feeling high. You're feeling like you're on top of a mountain. Okay. See what you're going to do with this. Right? The waiting game. There it is, the waiting game. 2 symbolizes peace, right? So, source is saying somebody is, remember, Taurus rules second house, as I said, Taurus. Taurus rules second house, right? So somebody is, there's 2 sides, and when I read cards, I'm reading duality, right? So we're talking about the duality. You could be dealing with someone who is stubborn, possessive, and also resistant to change, or you could be dealing with someone who is reliable, patient, and sensual. You have to decide. Love, right? And the opposite of that is hate, right? So if there's hatred involved, then source is saying you're staying as far away from a spirit of hate, because that is the devil. (999). I am unique. You're thanking the past for your lesson, and you're leaving it where it belongs so that you can make the best of the life that is still waiting to be fulfilled by only you. By only you. that is what I have for you. Like I said before, those of you all who want to participate in the free reading giveaway, it's going to be for one day only. It is the last day of Leo season, which will be on the 22nd of August up until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I know I got people from all over the world on different coasts. Check your clocks. Up until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it won't go to 5:01. So in Leo sun signs only, even though this reading is for wherever Leo is in your birth chart, including my cross watchers, this reading is a collective reading for the collective. So, but whoever this is, somebody regrets lying to you about something. So don't know who that is. You'd have to pray about it. Ask God. God will tell you exactly who it is. And I will see you all in the next video. All right. Bye.